We collaborated last year for the first time, and this year we wanted to include more artists. And so we decided that we could do smaller boards and squares, and the squares kind of gave the idea of doing quilts because quilt squares are usually in that format. So we wanted to each do a different pattern and put it together like a quilt and sort of give an homage to the traditional art of quilting that was a big women's craft, and one way that women got started creating art together and gathering together in social spaces.
My name is Vanna Black, and I chose the crazy quilt pattern. And my inspiration came from my normal paintings, which is landscapes. This was a great challenge for me, and I was able to compartmentalize and think about each section as a piece of fabric.
My name is Natalie Childers. I chose the 9-patch pattern for my quilt mural. My great-grandmothers in South Georgia during the Great Depression were quilt makers, and they also used very similar patterns, and they made their quilts from floral flower sacks, so I took inspiration from that.
I'm Dominique Stanford. I'm an artist located in Atlanta. I did a quilt pattern for Sunbonnet Sue. Sunbonnet Sue is a pattern that depicts a little girl or boy or woman. My Sunbonnet Sue specifically represents ancestry, girlhood, and how women tell stories, and they tell their own stories through quilting.
Hi, I'm Brianna Gardaki, and my pattern was the Rose of Sharon. I chose this pattern because it's intertwined and woven with brides for centuries. And last year I was a bride, so I felt connected to this, and I wanted to make it modern, so I chose to do it in a kind of traditional tattoo style.
Hi, my name is Jane Collins. I'm an artist from Decatur. This is my piece for our Quilt Square Murals. It's based off the schoolhouse pattern. I thought it was cool that initially quilts were used as maps, and the schoolhouse was the center of the city often. And I kind of used that inspiration to turn the schoolhouse into my house. And I love to have people over and entertain, and it's the center of my world, so that was my inspiration for this piece.
My pattern I picked is called the Dresden plate, and it was frequently put together with images of fruits, foliage, and flowers. So I like that inspiration because I use a lot of those elements in my work.
Oh, it's amazing to be part of the Art Gals, to do the collaboration together with women, for women.
I love the city of Dunwoody, so it's always fun to kind of, contribute to the city in an artistic way.